Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. I am Mike. Um, and today, the discussion is going to be about the battle, or the unity battle. I sent the video out to some brothers and sisters today. Yes, they're aching me. And the video was showing, it was in some I think it was South Africa. It was in South Africa where these foreigners were serving food to our brothers and sisters, and it was killing the kids. Shalom, Sister Bantu Lisa. And so these brothers came upon the person that was selling the food. It was an Indian guy. And so they was forcing him to eat the food. He was very reluctant of eating his own food. Very reluctant. And so when he did start chewing on the food, the brother was like, you go swallow this. It's not the fact that the brother was making the man to eat his own food. The issue was, you come to our brothers and sisters' land. You come to our brothers and sisters' land, and you feed them food that can kill them. Now, one thing I would say, now it would appear that our brothers and sisters are starting to understand us being the so-called African American. They're starting to understand these things. They're starting to see things. And they started to act on things. That's what I was getting out of that. The unity, that's a battle. That's a battle. And I'm like what a lot of other brothers have said. It's going to take the Most High for that to happen, because we have been damaged. We are a damaged nation, a people, to which we all agree with that, because we are one nation, but we're so separated. It is absolutely beyond our capability of thinking just how far we are from one another. The only nation in the world, the only people in the world that are so far apart. Then at the same time, we speak unity, and some of us, we may even think about unity, but it's the action that holds weight, not the words. Words can be here today and gone within a few seconds before they're uttered, after they have been uttered. But these are the things that we battle with in order for us to get, to have a sense of unity. And when we do realize there's a sense of unity, but it's always going to be a small group of people. It's better than none. It's better than none. I kid you not. And so with that little small group, it can literally grow into something a whole lot bigger. Shalom, Sister Amana. And so we have this battle to try to achieve. I just spoke with this brother today. Man, we talked like, man, I know we talked a moment. The brother Ricky Sims. Let me tell you something. That brother got a desire for his people. He has a desire for his people. That brother, no. And he pretty much, I'm on that same wavelength that he's on. What the Most High was asking us to do back in biblical times, hey, look here, I need for you all to be one people, one nation, dealing with your own people. Don't be looking over there. Don't be looking over there. You look in your own camp. That's how Brother Ricky is. I'm sorry. That's him. That's him. Same thing. We both grew up in the projects. So yeah, I mean, yeah, he like me. Grew up fighting, and that's what the project, that's what happened in projects. I mean, what? And although he may not be throwing blows on people personally, it's still a battle. It's still a battle. Now your battle may be like, I gotta outthink you now, because I see exactly what you. I see what you got going on. Shalom, Sister Coco Mango. For real? Wait, let me tell you something, sister. After those trolls came on, it seemed like everything got thrown off with those trolls. I mean, I don't know if it could be that or not. I don't know, sis. You know how this nonsense ride. What one moment things be working, one moment they want to throw a little monkey wrench in the plan. But like I was saying, along with Brother Ricky Sims, it's at a point where it's not just physical blows that you got to throw against a person. Now you got to start like outthinking them, outmaneuvering some people. Like the guy was selling that corrupted food. See, now you gotta, how do you go about trying to rectify that? He had all his food on the sidewalk for sale to the vendors, and his vendors are people that look like me and you. That's who the vendors are. But our people be getting sick. Now, what would the world say? What would the world say? The world would say this: they didn't have no business eating the food off a sidewalk anyway. That's what the world would say. But what would a brother or sister say? He ain't had no business selling no tainted food, period. That's how we would address it. He shouldn't have been selling that from the word go. He knew he left out with some poisonous food, and you hell bent on trying to disrupt or even kill some people from eating your tainted food. Now, in their mind, they say, you know what, these people are so stupid. I can put the poison in the food and make money off them at the same time. Just don't know. The Most High's hand is upon them. He ain't felt that yet. See, and he's not the only one. No, he's not. He's not the only one. He is most definitely not the only one who has done some demonic things like that. He's not the only one. Trust and believe. Sister Coco Mango, I sent a video out. Sister, matter of fact, Sister Amana, can you she's the sister who sent it to me. Can you put that link in the chat so they can look at it? But it's this Indian guy somewhere in South Africa was selling food on the street, but he had tainted it with some poison, and it was killing some kids. And so once the locals found out, they came up on him. No, you go eat this food. It ain't like they took the food and shoved it down his throat. but they knew it was poison, and he knew it was poison. He was very reluctant uh, of eating it. He was very reluctant. And then when he did start getting it, he chewing it like that. Then the guy was like, no, 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 no. You go swallow. You go swallow. You gonna swallow. But they was complaining, not just the Indians, the Chinese do the same thing. I go to the fish market here in Dar. And the Chinese people, they come there. They come there. Partitia, Shalom. But I'm kind of reluctant on eating their food. Truthfully, I am. With the lack of respect for our brothers and sisters here, that's what makes me reluctant. I stick to what I know. There's some laws, and they know that they can't do all this in the United States. All right, they may serve as a disal, shalom, that they that may put a fear in them. We don't want to do this here. All right, don't do it. But you get to Africa, these foreigners get to Africa and act like they done lost their everlasting mind. Now, brother, hold on. Brother Ricky Sims. Now he lives in Zambia. Night and day, there's a difference. Now he told me he was here in Dar. But it's night and day there. Financial pressure for our brothers and sisters is real here. It's real. Poverty is real. Disease, real. But they use all of that against our people. Keep them in whatever place they want to keep them at. So now, think about the unity that you're trying to instill in brothers and sisters here. It's like oh man, I mean, it's like that can be a battle, because they stuck between, I need money to feed my family. What can you do for me in order for me to get some money? That's the thing that's on their mind. This is how these nations came in, ripped unity apart, and then set it on fire when it was concerning us. That's why you have a lot of brothers and sisters that come here and things don't work out for the best interest. But I would say this though, brothers and sisters. I can't say, let me do it this way. Yes, brothers and sisters have had some bad experiences in Dar. But Dar is not the only city. Now I went to Wanza, and this lawyer, he told me, he said, Mike, I know you think the world of Dar, and at the time I did. He said, but you go to Wanza, you will leave Dar at the drop of a dime. And I'm saying to myself, I don't know about all that, bro. But, all right, no problem. So I had a survey to do in Gator, Tanzania. So I went there, did what I needed to do, but I did not want to take that bus ride back to Dar. Man, that bus ride was like 20 hours long. Whew. I wasn't gonna do that again. So I was like, man, let me take a flight back to Dar. But I had to go to Wanza to catch a flight. And so I end up staying like a day there or day and a half there in Wanza. The brother was right. I was ready to leave Dar. Two different worlds on the same continent. Two different worlds on the same continent. There's a lot of farmers there, a lot of farmers. And once you drive out of the city, it takes you at least 20 to 30 minutes for you to be in the countryside of Wanza. Which I mean, I'm paying attention to, on the bus. It was a bus ride going there. It wasn't but like 4, 6 hours. All right, fine. But I'm looking at all the land, open land, and I'm looking at brothers and sisters tossing rice up in the air. I don't know what they call it. Let's call it sifting. And it was getting all the debris out of it because it was lighter than it's lighter than the rice. The rice gonna come back down. Shalom, brother Kenneth and sister Latasha. Shalom. And so I'm gathering information just to be having in my head. So I'm taking all this stuff into consideration. They don't drive the same way they drive here in Dar. They don't move like they move in Dar. They do not. That's what I recognize. And I'm looking at the land. And now, and the thing about it was this. It wasn't just the land. Then I looked at, hey, Lake Victoria. Victoria. They call it Lake Victoria. I call it the waters of Abraham. That's what I call it. Then the Gentiles went in there and, they started naming up different, they started naming things and all that. So we get into that time where we need to go back and start renaming things. They call themselves overtaken. So anyway, Wanza shares a border with Uganda, Rwanda, and Kenya, and there's I think like two more countries because of that lake. And I was saying, man, that'd be nice if you had like farm or whatever over here because I'm looking at um, these lands that's like landlocked, but you got this lake, and there are certain things that grows in Wanza that can't grow in Uganda. You're right there at the border. It's a very good business venture to do. When I talked to the brothers there, and they said the biggest thing that they grow there, the biggest is rice. But it seems like they're trying to get away from rice because they said the Indians come in, undermine them very badly. To once they done sold the rice, they end up not even breaking even. They do not break even. And I'm like, oh boy. And they said it doesn't make sense for them to continue to do right. But if you got somebody, a nationality of people that's coming in undermining your brothers and sisters, but this is something they somewhat used to. This was something they used to. But like I was talking to Brother Rick, we are of a different breed. We are. When I say we, I'm talking about Judah, Benjamin. We're of a different breed. Whether you come from the UK, and especially you coming from the United States, it is absolutely known that those brothers and sisters do not play with Gentiles. That's one thing the brothers and sisters know there. From west, north, east, and south, they will say African Americans do not play with Gentiles. And they do not play with them because they know that they will What did the guy say? They would drop at the drop of a dime. That's what they know. So now when you're taking, you're looking at brothers and sisters that's here in the United States that wants to do business, wants to do whatever here on the African soil. You have to proceed very cautiously because you're dealing with a people who is under poverty, and that depends on where you're going to now. Because you can't say that for all of Africa now. But if you want to go to a place where the poverty level is, whoo, prepare yourself. Now let's not downplay Dar, Shalom, Truth Seeker. Yeah, Wanza, yeah, Truth Seeker. I mean, yeah. Are you in Wanza now? Have you been there? Have you been to Wanza? But yes, Wanza is. Oh yeah. But you have to proceed cautiously because, like the Most High said, deal with your brothers according to knowledge. Deal with your brothers according to knowledge. You're gonna have to start looking at your brothers and sisters. Listen to their speech. Let's look at their actions and things of that nature. You're gonna know exactly how you need to move with them. Because it's just not that you come there with money, you just giving them money. They'll take it if you're giving it. I'm not trying to give them nothing. Truthfully, I learned that. They don't do that. They'll take it until you busted. Once you get busted, and you ain't got no more. They gonna look for somebody else. They're gonna look for somebody else. You got to deal with your brothers and sisters according to knowledge. That right there is going to be a must because the Most High already said it. But when you're dealing with your brothers and sisters according to knowledge, you're bringing in that unity. You're bringing in that unity. And it's going to be a battle. Let us not think that it's going to be an easy track. These Gentiles had what? Almost 2,000 years to break us up. That's a long time. 2,000 years of breaking up, breaking your language, ripping out your culture, history. Start putting up boundaries, or you may be African, but you better not. Hey, you ain't gonna cross over from Ghana to Nigeria. We're gonna make sure you got a passport. They knew exactly what they put in place. They knew exactly, and all they did was cause disunity. Shalom, brother Robert. It caused disunity. But that unity, brothers and sisters, I tell you, that is something that we're gonna have to really make it a stronger aim to live and live out. It's that unity. Without unity, I mean, what do you have? And you may be on the continent, you may be living your life and everything, but where's your next of kin that's been moved far removed from you in the event that you have a group of people coming up against you? We're just that only nation of people that's separated. The unity. Shalom, Sister Anita Williams. Shalom. That's going to be It is a joyous battle to have. And at the same time, it can be a frustrating one at the same time. It can be that. And in certain instances, it's still a battle. I mean, what? The brothers in the United States, Chicago, no, shooting one another like it's target practice. These are the things we got to contend. South Africa wanting to be, trying their best to be like the Americans. Seriously, they're doing the same thing they're doing in America. They have the same alphabet thing going on in America. So, I mean, when I was talking about it last week about stripping yourself from Babylon, because the Most High said He's going to judge that nation. That nation has its residue worldwide. Worldwide. So when the Most High said, "I'm going to judge that nation," if you have a banner of Babylon strapped around your chest, you're going to get that. You're going to get that judgment. Hang it up. You can hang it up. I don't care. You can call yourself Hebrew until you blue in the face. If you got that banner of Babylon written across your chest, yeah, you go feel that mighty hand of Yah. You go feel that. You're gonna feel it. Just like Pharaoh felt. He felt it. The only time he felt it, the only time that Pharaoh felt the power of the Most High, when his firstborn child died. hmm That's when he felt it. That's when sorrow hit him. Spogo Mango. Someone from the continent told me we don't get along at home, but we stick together here in America. And that's why we as a tribe have to stick together strong when we see each other. Other women, I mean, when we overseas, rather. All right. Yeah. I mean, these are the things we recognize, and we know where the problem is at, and we know where this problem stemmed from. That's one thing we do know. And we're truthfully looking for a sense of calmness. That's our drive. Calmness and to really help the brothers and sisters to understand who we are and what we are representing. And that's a difficult thing to do, like I said, when your brothers and sisters are hungry, cash strapped, living in poverty. It's a difficult thing to do. It's very. Now, you coming in and you making some major blow changing things. Yeah, but it's still going to take time. It's still going to take time. That unity is going to be a battle. It is. It's going to be a battle, and I'm not here to discourage no one. Sister Daryl, Shalom. I'm not here to bring in no disappointment, but I am here to bring you up to point that you brothers proceed with caution. These are your brothers. These are. But if you don't have a stomach for, let me put it this way. I learned a lot here in Dark. I did. I learned a lot. I learned, all right, electricity go off, it can be off all day, including into the night. It can be burning hot. Yeah. Truthfully, I we went through that when I was a child. Living in the projects, electricity went off. Good night. But I never forget. It was a heat wave, and we didn't have no rain. I was living in Arkansas at this particular time for 2 or 3 months. I mean, when I say a heat wave, and back in the days when I was a kid, um, living in the projects, people walk outside with no shoes on. That heat wave, step on that asphalt. That asphalt had your bottom, your feet cooking you. I mean, I see some kids out there in the middle of the street crying. And so, and we go out there and grab a little child and lift them up, because, I mean, we were just used to that. That's what we wore gym shoes when we went to school. But when that heat wave happened, I mean, no, you don't step on that asphalt. No, but the little kids, they didn't know. But I'm just telling you, this is how hot it was. It was always 100 and something degrees, even at night. And then the mosquitoes biting. You got the fan in the window. Fan ain't doing nothing, blowing in hot heat. Hot heat. Living in the project, we sleeping on the floor. And we just like burning up. Only one fan in the whole house. And so I mean, I seen that stuff. I felt that. But but you're talking about years and years that went by. But hey, that's information that's valuable. That's information that's valuable. Because brothers and sisters, truthfully, neither one of us know what our results will be or always be. Right now, you may have the luxuries of life. A day may come when you don't have that. Are you ready to break down, as they say, and reevaluate your life or the things around you? Yeah, I've been here. Water went out, so when the electricity go out, eventually the water goes out because it's a pump. It's a pump. Then you gotta call in middlemen. They come out and bring you water, and then you're always supposed to have you like a reserve. It's just like it's like a big old garbage can. That's what it is. And they fill it up with water. Boom, boom. You only use it when you don't have no water. That's the only time you use it. And you take that water, you go wash with it or and clean with it. But that's one thing I learned in Dar. When electricity go out, water go out. All right, this is what you got to do in order to continue to move. And we may be put in those things, brothers and sisters. We may be put into those situations. But at the same time, this situation is not going to literally dismantle us, dismantle us mentally. It's not going to do that. The only time we can get dismantled mentally if we allow ourselves to get dismantled. Oh, I gotta have running water. I gotta have electricity. When you're talking about what you gotta have, no, you won't. That's what you won't. Shalom, Sister Monica. But when you have a group of people, and it's going to happen, brothers. I think that it's going to happen with some people because the Most High said you will always have the poor amongst you. It's going to happen. So my encouragement is this: always have your mind open. Always have your mind open for survival and obedience. If you have your mind open for survival and obedience, you're going to make that track of unity a whole lot easier. Because when you're thinking that you may not have something, then you have the other brother come by and say, no, brother, you can get so on this. You can get water like this. You don't necessarily need a pump. You do it this way, boom, it comes. But patience is going to be a virtue with a lot of us. It's going to be something that we will literally need. Because right now, truthfully, when brothers and sisters may come, I mean, I'm not going to say all of them do this, but we looking for something to meet our needs from where we came from. That's what we look for, and it's understandable. It's understandable, and I'm quite sure the Most High knows that all right, my people they got spoiled this way. You know, he sees that. I mean, because truthfully now, let's not get it twisted. Um, the devil got his hands in it too now. Um, the devil got his hand in it too because he knows what the end result is going to be. He knows that he is going into an abyss. So, shalom, Sister Jones. He knows he's going into an abyss. So, what did he do? He put things in place to make the battle even harder, even though he's going into an abyss of inactivity for 1,000 years. He's putting money in the bank. That's what he's doing. And it's against us. I'm going to cause your people some havoc for those 1,000 years. Yeah, I know where they're coming from. I'm going to show them cell phones, the internet. I'm going to give them running water. I'm going to give them cooking gas, restaurant food. Um, Make sure the majority of the food is processed. Make sure that they don't want to go into another field and trying to grow food. I'm going to make it difficult for your people against you. That's how the devil thinks. And that's what he put in place. That's what he put in place. Or you talk about AI, and then you got people up there talking about, and truthfully, I think a lot of that stuff is demonic. Some of that stuff is demonic. That's just me. Because every time I just hear AI, the first thing that comes in my mind is the book of Enoch. The first thing that comes out of my mind, Enoch. Mm. Now I understand why they took it out of the Bible. But no, that's just too much information for them to know. And Hashatan knew exactly. Put this book off and to the side if you can, destroy it or whatever. They don't need to know this here. Because I'm going to put this on the back shelf. I'm going to wait till the end game, the end time come about. And then I'm going to unleash my fury. And what people are not used to seeing. Hashatan is not to be underestimated. And we may see some things, brothers and sisters, that we never seen before. But don't let it, rock us off our boat. Mm-mm. No, we shouldn't do that. We have principalities that's working against our unity. And now also, and then we have ourselves. Like I spoke about yesterday, we have ourselves as an issue. And that we do know that for those that can make room for it, make room for it. For unity. Bring it in. But the rest, it may take the Most High to straighten other individuals out. And that's the whole point of the wilderness. For people to be not wielded, weeded out. It's going to be a constant battle. Yes, it is. It's going to be a constant battle. And you may run upon a brother or sister, and you just as happy to be with this group of people and things of that nature. And all it takes is one. All it takes is one. And we have seen that. We've seen an organization come to Africa and they come strong, get busted up, and everybody go away in 5 different ways or 7 different ways. Then you have a little contention there. I want to deal with them, so and so. And maybe years went by. I still don't want to deal with them. This is what they did, and so and so, so and so, so and so. That's that unity, that battle. More importantly, brothers and sisters, I would say this. Always know that when you're rolling through your mind about unity, when it comes to your brothers, and you're speaking about unity, you, off the top, made yourself a battle with the devil. And let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that you may be that strong-minded, strong-tongued brother or sister that's big upon unity. Trust and believe that person knows how your tongue gonna come upon you. But you will have to keep the Most High right there next to you. If you can, flee to his throne. Did not Yahushua get snatched away to his throne? Because you know there's power. Ashatan knows that. Get into your scriptures. Flee to his throne on a constant basis in order for you to continue to stand. You're not going to do it without the Most High. That's one thing that's not going to happen. You're not going to succeed without the Most High. Shalom, Sister Van P. Nice to have you in today. This it's a joyous thing, brothers and sisters. I kid you not, it is. And then to see the way the world is going, and you recognizing brothers and sisters are wakening up. Brothers trying their best to speak Hebrew. Brothers are getting deeper into the scriptures. Sisters are doing the same thing. The exact same thing. Looking for that oneness of a nation. That's what we are trying our best to do. And we already know that oneness is going to start with that. It's going to start with Africa. Well, I'm not going to say that. Let me take that back. It don't necessarily start with Africa. It's going to start with us individually, wherever we may be. That's where the oneness needs to start. The brothers on the continent, same thing. It applies. It should not be that you got a brother coming from the UK or the United States trying to pull brothers and sisters together. No, you need to pull together, because that awakening is not just in the United States. It's just not in the UK. That wakening up is for all of Israel, not just Judah, all of Israel. It's all of Israel. Your battle, like I said, brothers and sisters, it's going to be different things according to your location, where you at. Because here it's poverty. You can sit here and talk to your brothers and sisters about the scriptures and everything. But at the end of the day, They thinking about that dollar. That's what they're thinking about. And so now you will have to literally approach it um, in a different way. Of course, like I was explaining to you, brothers and sisters, a week ago, brother and sister, they came to do business, open up a farm here, but the locals start stealing their stuff. They left. Mm. Unity may have to start off small. Hmm. We don't. This is just what I have learned. Start off small. I mean, and you get to get to a point where you can hire a little bit more, but keep it manageable where you know what's going on, you know the workings of everybody, and at the same time you let them know you flat out just don't play that nonsense of stealing. Hey, these people big on calling the police, and don't think they won't come. Maybe a couple of hours or whatever, they go come. They go do an investigation. They're going to do that, and especially you have it on video. Oh yeah, they most definitely looking for that person. They got it on video. They're going to do that. But this unity in the battle, it's a very serious one. It's a very serious one. But at the end result of it, it's going to be the Most High's glory because it's going to be Him who's going to bring about or set it in, put it in motion of that unity. And I think a portion of it has been done with this awakening. It just brothers and sisters got different takes on some understanding of the scriptures because of accountability. You coming out of the church, you've been all your life. Yeah, they got 10 kids by 5 of the little young sisters in the church. No accountability. This brother over here, very bad alcoholic, beats his wife and everybody every time. Get up. No accountability. He can come back and forth, mingle with the church, and do this and do that. No accountability. And we're taking that type of nonsense and we're applying it to the Hebrew community because we know for a fact we have laws that governs us. We know we have laws that governs us. Now, are the laws outdated? Are the laws outdated? And with some of you brothers, you will say yes. You may not say it verbally, but your action would say yes. The laws are outdated. You would. Because all 10 tribes did not go into the Atlantic slave trade. Because you want to marry some light-skinned, long-haired person. You want to call them, oh, that's Ephraim there. Shalom, Sister Van P. The Most High's day is going to come. It's going to come. It's in a hurry. This unity it is an absolute must for us to work towards. If you don't feel that this unity is important and that you should be maintaining a sense of accountability. If, if you can't even think that you should not have accountability, you're already in trouble. You're already in trouble. You can go ahead and do what you want to do, say what you want to say, and live how you want to live. You can claim to be Hebrew and sporting that the rainbow flag. I'm Hebrew. Hmm. Yeah, okay. And still go through your life with no type of accountability. That right there that's that one. That's that one. It's gonna catch a lot of us. And I'm not gonna say off guard. No, it's not gonna be off guard. Because they go very well know what they're doing. You woke up and you recognize scripturally who you are. Then you get into your scriptures and you start, all right, these laws are not done away with. They're not done away with. And if you go through those laws, you go read those laws. Oh no, you should be not. You can't look at Donald. You can't lay with Billy. That's against the law. Not in Babylon. Not in Babylon. They love the fact he woke up as Hebrew, but they don't like those. They don't love those laws because they still trapped in their flesh. They still got Babylon rolling up and down their spine, as they may say. Well, I mean, I love money. Mm-hmm. Oh, but I'm Hebrew. But I just love money. You're in trouble. You're absolutely in trouble. There's laws about money. There's laws about the love of money. Brothers, if you believe that the laws are real, if you believe that the laws are real, trust and believe, you got accountability that goes right along with that belief. You do. You got accountability that's laced all over your body, whether you want to know it or not. You have an accountability of trying your best to bring about unity and maintaining it at the same time. You may have said something out of the way towards a brother or sister. It may be upon you to go apologize because of the accountability that could come right along with it. It's getting, it's real. I was going to say it's getting real. It's real now. Brothers and sisters are going to stop. They're going to stop allowing brothers and sisters to come in and thinking that they can say and do anything to a group of people. Now, they go stop it. They're going to eventually stop that. Shalom, Sister Nisi. They're going to stop it. They will get tired of it. They will recognize this is not the church. That's one thing. They will. No, the church will let that. They'll let that stuff slide. You know what? Now, don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters. The Jehovah's Witnesses, yeah, they do disfellowship. They do. When it comes to certain sins or whatever. But it's not based upon Hebraic law because they feel that the laws are done away with. See, now that's the little shady thing that I do not care for. And at the same time, when these kids get baptized at the age of 8, I'm totally against it. That's just me. I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm against it. That child gonna grow up to be a teenager, living in a sex-crazed world. What do you think is going to happen to a child when they get to being a teenager, 8 years old, and they tell me, I want to do this, I want to do this, and so and so this, and so and so that, and I want to work for the Lord, and I want to do this here, I want to do that. Everybody clapping and they cheering, they happy, and so on and so. That child is going to grow up. That child is going to go through puberty. But this is the thing that happens. And I'm living testimony to this. Other young brother and sister come into their, little young adulthood. They start feeling a certain way. And with the vast majority of them, they did according to what their body was telling them to do. So with that, what did they do? Majority of them get disfellowship. Majority of them get disfellowship. Now, these are kids now. Now, they got baptized young, 13 years old. Because the parents did not instill upon them the seriousness of taking a vow to the Most High as the baptism and following the regulations, their rules and regulations. Because they still say that the laws are done away with. But at the same time, you can get disfellowship for fornication. Now, I'm going to just say fornication. And their take on fornication is, you have sex before you're married. Neither parties is married to no one, but boy and girl. Or alphabet people. All right. So these kids at that age, 15, in between 15, 18 years old, they didn't got disfellowship. They can't speak to their families. They cannot have no association with the families. Now, mind you, this child is still growing mentally. So I know one sister, she was like 16 years old, she got disfellowship. Her grandmother still not have seen her grandchild in, I think, 6 years. Haven't seen that. The child was born. Never met the grandmother. The grandmother is a Jehovah's Witness. The grandchild had nothing to do with what the mother did. But the fact that she's tied to the mother, she disfellowship too. Now you can't bring this to these brothers. And I tell them, I'm like, brother, do that make sense? And it seems that, well, ain't no seems. There's a psychological damage that has been placed upon these young kids. They don't want anything to do with Jehovah's Witnesses. Because they feel, hey, you wrecked my life. The kids I grew up with, I couldn't socialize with them because I made a mistake. Well, you need to come back to Jehovah God. Well, I took it like this. Why would you push a child to get baptized? Even Yahusha, how old was he when he got baptized? 30 years old when he got baptized. He knew the understanding of taking up a vow with the Most High. It is absolutely psychological damage. You're right, Sister Kathy. And that's why I was trying to impress upon these brothers. And then at the same time, it was one sister I never forget. Man, about every 6 months she was getting disfellowship. Every time I looked up, she was getting disfellowship. I'm like, dadgummit, what is this woman doing? But it was always the same thing. So when she got reinstated, and then we talking and everything, we going from door to door. I'm like, sis, why everything? It wasn't I was being nosy. I just wanted to know, what's going on? And she said, well, Brother Mike, I know you're real. That's what she told him. You be on the stage and everything, And I know you don't be at that, you cracking jokes. It's just your mannerism and how you put words together. People be cracking up. But I look at you, you real. And that sister was saying, I was molested very young. And she said, if you know anything about that, that's not an easy track to get over. It's not. And she said, because it was repeatedly. And so when when you start growing up, your body's already used to it now. Your body is used to that. And it's like something that at her young age she could not control. She could not control it. So this sister got in trouble again. This time I'm like, no, hold on. I said, brothers, why don't y'all talk to this sister first and find out what happened with her? Then you go understand what she is going through. Man, please. She was right back out until she like, you know what, forget it. I'm tired, but that's the type of stuff that can damage a person's spirit. Because now this is the thing about it. The Most High said this. If you stumble one of these little ones, it's best you take a millstone, tie it around your neck, and cast yourself into the sea. If you calling yourself in a religious position and you call yourself standing over somebody and call yourself judging somebody, you better have all of your ducks in order. Have them in order. Because truthfully, that's not unity. That's not unity. Don't get me wrong. The Most High did. He practiced disfellowshipping too. He did. But he had his disfellowshipping in order. Miriam, same thing. She was disfellowship for 7 days. The different tribes of the army, if they killed anybody in battle, they was unclean for 7 days. They had to sit outside the camp. That was disfellowship. Not necessarily saying it's messing with them psychologically, but they knew that they had to stay outside the camp for 7 days, and then they had to take a ceremonial bath to cleanse themselves before they came back in. It was not no 2 and 3 years outside of a congregation where you done lost contact with your cousin that you grew up with. See, that's the difference of what they practice down to this very day when they're talking about disfellowship. That's disunity. And some of these churches claim, no, that's how you keep the congregation clean. Congregation is not clean. Anytime you have the residue of Babylon, you are absolutely unclean. Period. You're unclean. And all of them have this up under their banner, Christian. Because, like I said, brothers and sisters, if you track them all back, and I'm talking about all religions, they're going to go back to the doorstep of the Roman Catholic Church. Shalom, Sister Georgetta. Nice to have you in, sis. It's going to go back to the mother. The mother of Babylon is going to be, I think Babylon and the government, I think they're one and the same. I ain't gonna lie. That's just my take on it. But it's going to go back to those people, the Roman Catholic. It's going to go back to them. They started these lies. They just broke off in branches. Some took away certain lies. The other one took on the lie, and that's what we, a lot of us come out of. Some teach the Trinity, but if you go back in history, and let's go back into the 1800s. If you go and look up to 1800s, go into the 1800s and you look up all, you ain't even got to be major religions. Just say all religion. You go see Gentiles faces all on it. You go see the Gentile nations faces all. This is the person who came up with this religion. This go be the person who came up with that religion. This go be all of them are Gentiles. All of them. And then from there, they spread abroad. They went into the four corners of the earth. That's what they did. Unity. Unity with the Most High was not set out the way that these religion claim that's what they do. For the vast majority of them, they do not practice this fellowship. For the vast majority of them, no, they do not. It's like do as you will. Because trust and believe. Christendom did. They did it as they will. Until they got caught up. Pastors at these churches getting caught up. Back in the days, it used to be the pastor was having an affair with a whole lot of different women. That's what it used to be. Now it's some stuff that be like, are you joking me? But from the Catholic standpoint, it always been little boys. Remember back in the, what is it? The late 90s, mid to late 90s, they started catching cases. They started catching a lot of cases. They did. They caught some cases. I mean, people started making movies and TV shows about it. And I'm like, I mean, you're right, Sister Kathy. Still do. And so, I mean, unity, the world is showing you that there is disunity even amongst the world, but they will work together for a common goal. Even if it is wicked, they will work together. Yeah, thousands of years, you're right. They did it. I better not go down that road. But I was, brothers and sisters, there's a lot of things that we need to be on guard against. And then I'm gonna hit this one here, and I know it's gonna be a sensitive subject. In the book of Luke, Yahushua said that in the last days, these days will be like the days of Lot. Now, we all know what the days of Lot was about. We all know that. But you notice that the Most High said the days of Lot. Shalom, Sister Sheila C. I tell you. He said like the days of Lot. And we know what Lot was known for. Sodom and Gomorrah. Brothers, I know I'm finna the Most High said the days of Lot. And this is just my take on it, and this is what I believe. He was talking about the alphabet. Yeah, he was talking about that too. But he was also saying the days of Lot, the form of intercourse. There's a form that is unnatural. There is no reproductivity out of that particular action. I don't care if you are with a woman. And I know for a fact you brothers and sisters understand what I'm saying. But this stuff needs to be talked about because I'm saying this stuff here is an epidemic. I mean, these brothers here, and even in this state, that's all they talk about. That's it. Now you start to ask yourself, now you can understand why there's so much sickness. The world introduced something that is absolutely not natural. It's satanic. Yes, it is an abomination. And if you go back into the old Bibles, the old Bibles, the old Bibles pointed out, said it flat out said it that it was a sin. That particular intercourse is a sin. It was read that way. And so here we are. And Yahushua said the last days would be like the days of Lot. Although you may say, oh, I got a woman. Okay, fine. But the scripture says something totally different. And all you got to do is use common sense. There is no reproductivity in that at all. None. I haven't trusted some of the preachers since I was 18 age. Oh, yeah. I can understand that, Sister Georgiana. I mean, brothers and sisters, this stripping of Babylon is going to be a very serious one. It is a very serious one. It is. There's a stripping. Now you can go and say you do what you do in your bedroom, all right? Granted, okay, no problem. Brother Shalom, AJ. We're here at this time, and there's some things people may not talk about, and things teaches on. If I feel it needs to be said, all right, go ahead and say it and keep it moving. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at the messenger. Don't get mad at the messenger. But if it gets to that, that this happened to be something detestable to the Most High, brothers and sisters, no, it needs to be. Well, it ain't gonna get to be detestable. It is. A baby can't come from it. A disease, yes. Weight, yes. That's what can come out of it. See what it is. The world introduced that by means of this so-called internet. That's what brought it on. And then here come the TV, making it like it's a family affair. You know, it's the days of Noah. The days of Noah and the days of Lot. Now, what was Noah's, oh, wait, excuse me, what was Noah's days known for? Demon activity. Demon activities. You had angels coming down, mating with the women. Demon activity, heavy demon activity. Then you got the days of Lot. Brothers and sisters, even Stevie Wonder can see, oh no, this world is dying. This world is dying. You got some of the cutest little girls grow up to be adults and then have their chest cut off. They want to be known as somebody else. I knew this one brother. I knew this one brother. He was a Jehovah's Witness. Um, but he always had a feminine side about himself. Always did. And he growed up and everything, kind of fell away, from the truth, as they say. And I ran up on his sister one day. I was riding down the street on the west side of Chicago. And so Tosh, what's going on? She seen me and said, hey, Mike, what's going on? So and so, so and so. And we was talking, and I sat there and pulled over. We talked for a moment and all that stuff. I'm like, look here. She said, Mike, why don't you take me out to get something to eat? I said, all right, come on, let's go. And then she had a friend, and she said, can my friend come? So her friend came too. So we went to this Mexican restaurant. We had some drinks and ate some tacos, burritos, nachos and stuff. We sat up there, we just enjoying ourselves. So I started asking about the family. She told me, no, she's so and so. My baby sister, she had a heart attack and died. And then I'm like, man, what? And we just shooting the breeze. I said, what's going on with Timothy? Oh, no, Timothy called himself Mimi now. I was like, well, damn, but ain't that about a trip? Called himself Mimi. So, yeah, Mike, he getting himself prepared. I'm like, for what? Surgery. I said, oh my goodness. I said, do he know what's about, what he doing? And this is the sad thing about this, brothers. The sister, the sister that I know, Tasha, she was with me, but she brought her friend. She said, Mike, shoes. I don't know what you're talking about. Timothy got thugs in the middle of the street fighting over him. I was like, truthfully, I thought I was drunk. Because I stopped eating. I was like, man, is it me? Am I drunk? I know she and then here go her friend that was sitting. She said, no, she's not lying to you. She's not lying. Those two men that was fighting over him are my brothers. So what had happened, I'm like, yo, she said, my fleshly brothers. And they got girlfriends and they got babies. Until the girlfriends put a hit out on Timothy. I was like, boy, if this ain't some drama here. I was like, yes, they put a hit out on him to take him out because he got these two brothers fighting in the street over him, and they not going home to their girlfriends. I was like, well, damn, I said, are you joking me? I said, they do know he's a man, right? And Tasha, she cracking up laughing, and she like, Mike, it's the way you put words together, it got me cracking up. The bartender, he kept on tripping. And because I was absolutely blown by this. I was blown by the whole ordeal. That's not my cup of tea. I don't wallow in it. I think that's the furthest I ever heard any person going down like that. And you have thugs, street thugs, fighting over this dude. And they got babies walking around there. The girlfriend, they got a pack, they got the money together, they had a hit out on this guy. This is that downright demonic activity that's affecting our brothers and sisters. Don't. This mentality of talking about thugs and all that stuff. That stuff rise supreme within them too. Let's not get it twisted. This time in which we're living, when the Most High says take that stuff off of you, he means takes it off of you. Period. But evidently it seems that's a strong demonic wave that that some of our brothers and sisters are riding that wave. And Babylon is making that wave appealing to them. You can get long as you get down this way, all we'll give you anything in the world. Speak against it. Oh, we're gonna have your neck. This is what's happening. The media, oh, Sister Kathy Jones, what you talking about? The media, brothers, I'm telling you. I don't. I'm not gonna say I don't care, but from a scriptural standpoint, even if you have a wife, that source of intercourse, the scripture speaks against that. There's no reproductiveness out of that. It was introduced to you, brothers and sisters, by means of a wicked spirit. Understand that. Who introduced intercourse to the human family? Was it not the Most High? He brought Eve to Adam. He did that. And that's what he posed to the both of them. And they knew how far to take. You didn't hear nothing about this back in those days. You didn't. Because they very well knew this is the way you make babies. If that is a practice, brothers, and you're saying you're Hebrew, you woke. That's one of those Babylonian ways. You may have to strip off. Well, I'm talking about may. That's gonna be something you need to strip off. That's what you call uncleanness. Uncleanness. And for you brothers and sisters that don't know, that's what old blood waste is eliminated through the body that way. Old blood and waste. That right there. What? Oh man, I mean, me saying that, man. Good gracious, it don't take a rocket scientist to understand that the origins of wickedness and how it has dominated the world. Think about it, brothers and sisters. Let I just want to impress upon you, brothers and sisters, this: the world went out there looking for a new way to have an orgasm. That's what it did, and it's bringing it to the world. I mean, to the rest of the world, especially that of Israel. You're not going to find it. The Most High created man and woman to do just that in the proper text, in the proper way. That's what he did. Now, the world, they think they need to urinate on you to really have a life-changing, spectacular way of having an orgasm. You will never have one of these like this ever in your lifetime. Experience this. That's how they're selling it. That's how they're selling it. And the sad thing about it is, it may not more so affect a lot of older people, but these young ones, whew, it's like no. We got to do that. It's like as if it is a normacy that they must do things of that nature because the devil has got his hand put into it. Brothers and sisters, the warning is this. Search out your scriptures. Look into Luke, I think it's Luke chapter 21, where he was talking about it, and break down, because when he said like the days of Lot, Yahushua didn't go too far in that. He wanted you to understand what he was talking about. We know what Lot was about. It was the action. Not only what Lot had experienced in Sodom and Gomorrah, it was the action that he was speaking about. The action. Come on, brothers. Come on. I'm serious. Yeah. Oh, girl, please. Sister Kathy. You know, I wasn't awoke when I did this. But when he came into office, I was proud. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was see a black man. I was like, oh my goodness, ain't this something? A few months later, I was like, wait a minute. He went on the deep end. I was like, what in the world? Then I started to see things a little bit different. I was like, dang, can't even get a Negro in there to do right. That was my line of thinking. But brothers and sisters, that's something that we're gonna have to always keep on that not the back burner, that front burner, because I mean these little poor sisters here. The sister that keeps coming by, she washes clothes. She washes clothes to make money. She was speaking up on that, and she was kind of shocked because she thought, I was like, no, I don't get down that way, sis. I'm gonna be straight and frank with you. No, we don't. And she was shocked, and she was like, all these guys, that's what they talk about. Brothers and sisters, this is one of the sadistic things about it. Sisters right here wearing Pampers because of that devilish act. It said, you know, and you could just see the sadness on this woman's face. But she's married. She's married. But just the sadness on her face because it just recently started happening. Yeah. Brothers, some of these conversations, I'd be like, man, how in this world we come? Oh, I know how we came up to the conversation. A sister came over and she was complaining that her husband was beating her. And she was just crying, she wanted to talk to, she was talking to Hidia. It's like, Mike beat you? She said, no, Mike ain't never beat me. She's like, huh? Y'all ever have, she said, yeah, we have arguments, but he never beat me. He never hit me. Never. She was blown. Till she went back and told the elders. Now, mind you, the elders are sisters. That's who the elders are. They're not brothers. At least not in this village. They're not brothers. So, guess what? All the sisters who get beat, they come and talk to her. They call her Mama Charity now. I said, well, you probably want to be proceed very cautiously because they find out that you talking to these battered sisters, and some of them, when I say battered, the vast majority of them is because of this the days of Lot situation. That's where their hurt comes from. And I don't understand what they're saying, but I can hear him crying from the window. Him crying from the window. And they just looking for some type of answer of why. Why? Brothers and sisters, I mean, I've seen a lot of things in this world. I have. I've seen people get shot in the face 5 times. I don't know. At times I'm trying to figure out, am I a magnet for some of this stuff that I'm hearing and seeing? Because I find it mind-blowing, or mind-boggling rather. That these things are happening like this. And it's something else, brothers. I mean, you hear these sisters come over there, they speak to them, and then next thing you know, they out there on the front, crying they tears. I mean, just crying, just tears, just bawling, Till it gets to a point, I'd be like, man, they need a bottle of liquor or something. I mean, that's some. But this is how deep the devil has came in on y'all's people. Sis Coco Mango, hold on. Oh yeah, they did this. I'm gonna come back to you, Sister Coco Mango. Yes. Sister Kathy, the pastors have led people off to a cliff. He may be one of the guys that's doing it. I mean, what? See something new? He feel I can feel better. Yeah, okay. But Sister, wait a minute. Let me find your comment again. Sister Coco Mango. The government needs to do a PSA regarding this issue. Let me tell you something, sis. When I say the devil is all up in it, he's all up in it. For a vast majority of these sisters that works for the government, they gave up something to get that position. That's what they did. They gave up something to get into that position. Listen to me. 3 weeks ago, this young sister, I know her. She ended up messing with some guy and got pregnant. She in school. And she told the guy that she was pregnant. The guy was like, no, you got to abort the baby. She in school. Now, this is the thing. If you in high school and you got a baby, you automatically get kicked out. Period. And you can't not come back to their school. Period. They don't care if you after you didn't have the baby. They view you as an what do they call it? You're not a good example. Okay? All right, fine. So she goes to the doctor. The guy takes her to the doctor. Boom. He leaves. The doctor said, okay, yeah, we can do that, but let me tell you something. If I report this to the school, you go get kicked out. She said, well, I don't want to get kicked out. What do you think the doctor did? Sisters and brothers, what do you think the doctor did? That nigga said, you got to sleep with my friend and I come in later. Now, mind you, they did all this while she was pregnant. And once they got finished, Once they got finished, that's when they did the abortion. She went back to school. Kind of find out that's like the norm. That's like the norm. When I say the devil is in the details, you ain't even got to go through the details. He's right on top. He's right on top. You talking about government sanctions? Let me say something on that. See, mm, there's a sister that lives right behind me. There's a sister that lives right behind me. Mm. Same thing happened to her. But she's oldest. I mean, she's 30 something, late 30s. Late 30s. Shalom, Sister Yvonne. She's not late 30s, almost 40. She needed some money. And she said her husband was not giving her no money and things of that nature. So she ended up messing with an Arab guy. Arab guy. When I tell you about you're dealing with poor people and you got kids you gotta feed. Oh, brothers, when I tell you this, the devil is on top of the details. He's on top of the details. This Arab guy, that's what he was doing with her. The days of Lot situation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He bought her a car. I said, wait a minute. And so I was like, look, you can't be condoning this. I mean, I'm talking to Hitty, and I'm like, look here. What she's doing is dead wrong. And what her husband did is dead wrong. So one day, that woman was in her place crying and yelling at the same time, crying and yelling, crying and yelling. I'm like, what's going on? Somebody beat her up? I said, no. She's just thinking about her past and everything, and then she in pain because she had an accident and things of that nature. I said, I tell you what, come on. What I did though, I didn't go to the sister. No, I didn't go to her. I prayed with Hidia. As soon as Hidia went over there and talked with her and just that woman stopped crying. I said, but I'm not condoning nothing, she done. But when she started talking about what she did was wrong, boom. That's what brings on healing, brothers and sisters. It's what she recognized what she did was wrong. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. What she did was wrong, and she recognized that. She ain't been crying ever since. She was crying when she came here. I mean, because of the pain or whatever. Because her hip is literally outside her body. It's literally outside the bone. I said, no, I mean, y'all go there and change it. No, there's no need for me to go. What? Tell the doctor to come in. But she got to get up and go to the doctor to get the change the dressing. And I'm like, what the heck? I mean, she need to, sit there and let the doctor do it, but the doctor won't come out. But brothers, I would say this: they make do with what they got. They make do. Oh yeah, the corruption system. Let me tell you something. These sisters can get raped. One sister did. And she did. And she be trying to teach me Swahili. And it's India's friend. Was an Indian guy. He assaulted her. In order for him not to even because to go to jail, you go get right back out. He said, I'll tell you what, I give you this much money every month. Poverty, brothers and sisters. The sister went for it. She went for it. And I said, yeah, but that every month you was going by. And she said, yeah. She kept on going by him until she got HIV. Then she's when they start talking about how it started and things, it always leads to tears. I'm not being uh, insensitive. I'm not being that. But I tell you, it's the remorse, it's the repentance that they look at and say, I wish that she never went down that road. Because guess what she's doing with that now? Alcohol became her best friend. All of her teeth is gone. All of them. I mean, they're still there, but I mean, they riding. And that's how she soak up the misery. Oh, that's how a lot of them soak up the misery. So a gun costs. You talking about? They don't even make that amount of money a month. I mean, you talking about like a $300 gun? No, they're not gonna use that. No, they go feed their family with that $300. That's what they go do, and pay rent and everything else with that money. Mm. The information, I tell you, I heard some things when I was, in the States, but whew, good night. But what do you think the Gentiles do? Sister Kathy, I did all of it. Well, that was just East Africa, matter of fact. It didn't say Ghana. It was East Africa. And it was like total was 100 million of our brothers and sisters walking around with HIV. Hmm. There are some things, brothers. Yeah, but Sister Amana, the thing about that is, I think more so it's some type of psychotic ingredients in this HIV medicine. Because all of them, they just like get to a point where they just like give up. They get tired of feeling a certain way that the medicine make them feel. The little young sister I was telling you about, was 4 years old. Uh, she was born with it. Now her father, he died a year ago because he got tired of it. 2 weeks he was gone. Got off that medicine. 2 weeks he was out of here. The mother, she's still living. She got four other kids. But if you're looking at her, ain't nobody smiling. The only time that she will smile when she hear me try to speak Swahili. That's the only time she smile. And I'll be messing it up. But she come by, sit and she talk with her Hidia and everything. Can't talk to me, I don't speak Swahili. But to hear their stories, mm, you just wish you had a black pill that can just take it away. That's what you wish. But this is the reason why what me and brother Galen got going on, and brother Pastor Rick and sister Bantu Lisa. Yes. Hmm. So now we truthfully, I'm not gonna say this. No, I talked to a sister. I talked to her. This sister here, I got that girl's name, but they got the cure for it. They got the cure for it. And there's a brother in the Congo. They have a cure for it. It's a known fact. So the issue is this: let it be known. Let it be known. so we can start moving forward with this. The youngest ones I know with it are four. I mean, no, not four. They're 7 months old. No. They're about 8 months old, almost 9 months old now. Girls, twin girls, HIV, HIV. We're about to hit this a lot harder with Brother Galen Jones, Brother Pastor Rick, and Sister Bantu Lisa. We're gonna hit this a lot harder. We're getting things prepped for me to take this trip to Wanza, and we're not playing with this, brothers and sisters. And I hope that we can count on you all for the donation to get this thing up and running. Because then after we get that and we get everything running, we're trying to be self-sufficient. We're not trying to do a donation every other week or every other month. Nah, we're trying to be self-sufficient. You know, such thing we're trying. We're going to be self-sufficient. That's our mindset. This nonsense that we hearing here, it make you want to go get a drink. Whew. That's what it makes you want to do. I mean, when they told me it was hard, the sister told me, "Oh, it's hard in Africa." I like it's hard everywhere. But when you sit down and you listen to, and it's more so the sisters who's taking the brunt of the blows, truthfully. And I'm not sitting here pacifying sisters, but it's the sister who's taking the brunt, the blunt blows of it all. Yes, it is. And like Yakoba, it's going to take the Most High to heal us, straighten us out, because I'm serious, brothers. Mm, I would have thought that this trampling down of Israel would be that deep. And it's almost as if we're about to go under the ground. 100 million walking around HIV. And when I'm living, mind you, brothers and sisters, I'm talking about the ones who, and we ain't thought, we're not even talking about the ones who don't even know they have it. Mm. The devil knew what the Most High put in us. We are some very fertile people. He concocted something to hinder us. That's what he did. He concocted this thing here to slow us down or even to kill us off, truthfully. That's what it boils down to being. Mm. These kids running here playing and stuff, kids out there in the yard, majority of them got HIV. Majority of them got HIV. And we as Israel, brothers and sisters, we need to be working on some stuff. I mean, there are two people. I mean, well, one sister I know. She said, "No, Mike, we have a cure, but the world wants a product that it can turn into a landslide, where they just take every other month or every day, where they can get money off of this. And guess who make the medicine? Guess who formulate the medicine? That medicine comes from India. The same people that I was talking about earlier. The guy was in South Africa cooking some poison food, putting rat poison in the food, and the kids was dying from it. People was getting sick off of it. These are the same people that's making the medicine. You got this. I was asking these brothers, look at them, how do you feel? It make you feel a certain. All of them said the same thing. Make you just want to give up on life. Now, brothers, I want you all to pay attention to this. When they said make you want to give up on life, do you all remember back in the days, I would say the 90s, when they used to bring out all this medicine and they would give you the warning side effects of this medicine. And they said, well, it cause a heart attack, stroke, or, and then they were saying one of them would cause there was a whole lot of causes to this medicine. And then one of them said, one of the medicine said it causes suicidal tendencies. There was an adverse reaction to this particular medicine. These niggas knew. These niggas knew. Oh, we got something that can cause people to think suicidal. Let's put it in the medicine. We need that continent. I would not be surprised they did that. I'm serious. I would not be surprised if that's what they did. Because all these brothers and sisters are not going to be feeling the same way. They're not going to be feeling the same way like this. Woo. We can go on and on to the break of dawn talking about this stuff here, of course. That's some demonic stuff. That's some demonic. When you can literally sit there and think about something like that, destroying a people. There's no respect, no love for these people. I hope and pray to the Most High that He sees that this is enough. Now, brothers and sisters, if you think what I'm telling you is upsetting, think about the Most High. He's looking at this. This is how Satan is getting down on my people. Got this virus going through my people's blood with my holy name. It's flowing through. He put an infection in my people's bloodline. My signature is on these people. Yes. I'm about to step on his neck. Don't think the Most High is not getting upset. He's highly upset, and he's showing it because he's judging the world. He's judging the world. This is not no global warming. That's called judgment. When you get to judgment, then you get that hammer laid down. You get that hammer laid down. And it's coming down with a great deal of force because when the Most High said he's going to annihilate nations, think about all the stuff that these young kids are going through. They don't even know what's going on in their blood. They're just taking some medicine because their mama give it to them. They don't even know what it's for. They don't understand the severity of their condition. That's the thing. I did not know I was be coming here to hear so many things that the brothers and some of these, majority of these sisters are going through. I didn't. I did not think that I was coming. And then, hey, it's like the Most High took me from a hotel to the village. Now you need to hear this. You need to hear this. You need to be here and understand where you're going. I've seen a lot of things, brothers and sisters. I did. I've seen a lot of things. But I ain't seen nothing like this. Nothing. And I'm talking, when I say things like this, brothers and sisters, I'm talking about a sister can have 3 boyfriends. 3. Neither one of them is worried about the other. One pays the rent, one pays the lights, and one pays the water bill. And she's still working. But they're working, it brings in the food to feed the kids. And that's like normalcy with some of these sisters like that. And I say the world has used the dollar for poverty against our brothers and sisters. They did. You have these Europeans come here and they talk, oh, the nightlife is so great and so this and so on. Yeah. Come and see what they be doing. Come and see what they be, how they get. One Indian guy got on YouTube. He paid this girl to stay with him all day long. He went club hopping. He's recording this stuff. He's recording it. He's recording her and everything. I mean, they up there dancing and drinking and all that stuff. Yeah. They went to the toilet when they went to Africa. That's what they did. They went to the toilet to live out any type of fantasy that they had in mind. I go to Busy Beach when I want to get away. It's a brother I know. He has a hotel. I go to his hotel, sit around at the beach and everything. And I'm not just talking about Gentile men. You got some older Gentile women there too, with very young boyfriends. Walking around like there's no care in like there's no worry in the world. Dang, it may be messing me up though. These some older Gentile women walking about with that bathing suit on, and all that stuff be hanging at the back. I'm like, what? Did she look in the mirror before she stepped out the house? I'm like, what? What? You know, look, turn to the back and look at yourself before you step out. Come out there and they will flip over on that on that sand like they getting a. I was like, that's the last thing you need is that sun. You need an air pump and a couple of patches because you're gonna be leaking from somewhere, you know. But it blows me away. It blows me absolutely away. How they walk about nonchalant. Young guy with him, and I'm like, but it always had money. It always has money in the background. The Chinese, they just go lay babies. They go lay babies. Till one of now these elders here, these was men, and they told they told those girls, you better not bring another child, Asian child, into this village. They were just Asians come there and do what they want to do. They get the gold, they go back home. You cannot take an Asian child. I don't care if the father that's his child or whatever. He cannot take that child back to China. Cannot. That's law. So who gets stuck with the rough end of the stick? The sister do. And especially if she got more than one. Do you think she'll ever get married? It's gonna be slim to none with an Asian child. And do y'all see how deep this rabbit hole can go? Do you not understand the redemption? How deep that redemption is going to go? I say going to go. Brothers and sisters, y'all, I mean, I was talking to Brother Galen, and I'm like, brother, I just need for y'all to let me know when y'all, well, let's go ahead and do this stuff here. I said, y'all, I mean, what? I'm keep hearing this stuff, and it's like I got to get to work. I got to get to work. I'm serious. I got to get to work. I'm trying to call this sister and find out who this brother is. What herb do y'all have out there that's healing these brothers and sisters from this virus? All right, do we need to grow it? How do we grow it? And things of that nature. I'm trying to get the movement. If we can work this out, if they say, oh my, we got funding, I'm gone the next day. I'm gone the next day. It don't make sense lollygag. Hit this nonsense when it can be hit. Shalom, Sister Pixie Dust. Shalom. Now, Sister Kathy, what time is it there in your neck of the woods? I need to find out the time because I'm supposed to have a meeting with your husband and brother Rick and Sister Bantu Lisa. I need to find out what time it is there. But brothers and sisters, there's a lot of prayers that needs to be, I mean, asking the Most High to pour really His love. It's 8, all right then, because, all right, it's 8 in the morning, okay. It's later, all right. Yeah, Saint, shalom. Um, but brothers, what we are trying to, what we are putting together. And the thing about what I like about this, brothers and sisters, is you're dealing with more mature people, brothers and sisters. I ain't gonna yell at nobody's age, but you're dealing with some mature people who's looking for it. Because Brother Galen is already doing farming with goats and everything else, food and everything. He's already doing it. Whatever he tells me what needs to be done, I'm going to do it. My planning thing is very small. Boom. I know how to move money around. I know how to move money around. But he tell me, all right, Mike, we're gonna break this up like this. I follow his lead. Brother Rick, Fletcher, yeah, same thing. Sister Bantu Lisa, same thing. You got mature people who knows. Mike, we starting this stuff here. We're responsible to the Most High. We got an accountability that we got with these brothers and sisters. That's the beauty of it. It's a mindset. We know for a fact that this is going to work, and we're going to keep it Hebraic. We're going to keep laws installed. We're going to put these laws that needs to be there. All right, we start on 1 acre, and we start whatever we growing on that 1 acre. Boom. As soon as that first seed is planted, that date for that sabbatical rest starts that day. And it goes on for what, 6 years or 7 years? 70 years of year of rest for the land, if I'm not mistaken. Keep these laws with you. That's what we're doing. Everything we're trying to do is keep these laws based. Law based of doing business. That's what we're looking at. And that's what you brothers are seeing right now, of mature people taking the lead. And what we're going to accomplish, because everything we do is going to be based upon prayer, supplication, applying scriptures. Brothers and sisters stand in their lane. These are the things that makes an organization, that makes a nation, that brings in unity. This is how we're supposed to be working. And if it got to be 3 or 4 people doing it, so be it. The Most High bless it. And we'll keep it moving. Because we don't, all you gonna keep on hearing is some sad stories of our brothers and sisters here. It's getting hemmed up day by day. Day by day, that's all you're going to hear. Until eventually, they're going to come up with some other type of disease. It's going to be worse than HIV. Let this world go on. And it's something that's going to be worse than HIV. I tell you this. They said knowledge is power. Knowledge can be depressing at times too. It can be depressing at times. There's a lot, you know what I mean? When you talk about battling for unity, brother, that's a battle. And don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna say this too. And I'm not looking down on no brother and sister that came to Dar, Tanzania to do business. I'm not looking down on either one of them. But I will say one thing: you will learn from Dar. You will learn what makes you tick when you come into Dar. Oh yeah, Dr. CV, yeah, I know about the yeah. And I'm gonna try my best, sis. I'm gonna try my best. I mean, I'm just trying to get to work, find out how to grow this stuff. When it comes to these, the sister was saying it's a herb, but they mix the herb with another herb, and okay, I got you, sis. And, and I think we are being bombarded. Truthfully, we are. When I say we, I'm talking about all of us. We are being bombarded. We are. We had some bad situation that happened with certain groups and certain people when it comes to trying to do business on this continent and things of that nature. We got that. We got the situation that's going on with brothers and sisters that live here, different types of sicknesses and things of that nature. Um, yeah, we bombarded, brothers. We are. We are bombarded because we say in our minds, and because we know, all right, the Gentiles they put this stuff in place. They did uh, against us, and at the same time, we know why we are in the predicament that we are in. But prayers, supplication is what is going to be needed throughout a daily basis for what's going on here with these brothers and sisters, as well as what's going on with the brothers and sisters in the United States. You know, this is what we're going to need. I'm supposed to have a meeting with the brothers and sisters today. I look forward to that meeting. It's not the fact that I'm trying to rush. It's the fact that I'm trying to get the work, doing what I need to do, surveying what I need to survey, and move forward. That's it. That's it. I'm not trying to report back any bad reports. I'm trying to make sure that something is in our favor when it comes to what we are trying to achieve here in Tanzania. More so, Rwanda. Sister Bantu, Lisa, I think it may take me like an hour to get. No. A little bit more. 2 hours. Yeah, about 2 hours to get to Sister Bantu, Lisa. She's over there now about a busy beach area and things. I mean, the ride is good. I mean, you look around, you see a whole lot of different things, and it's getting caught up in traffic that can be frustrating, especially if they got a car that ain't got no AC in it. Whew. And it's dusty. Mm. But I tell you, brothers and sisters, I mean, it's a beautiful thing, brothers. And I'm not trying to go back and talk about we had this here, we couldn't do that there. I'm not trying to do all that. This is one time, like I said, you're dealing with some mature brothers and sisters who's putting things together, who has things together. Sister Zenobia, Sister, where you been hiding it? I mean, good night now. You know, you done sit up and left a brother, then you pop up. I'm glad you're in, sis. It's good to see you. Have you in today. And so, brothers and these it's mind blowing of a lot of things that our brothers and sisters go through, and then at the same time, it blows me away of how they take it in, how they take it in. Now, how they deal with it, that's another story. That's another story. Um, Church is not one of them. I mean, more so upon when it comes to the brothers. Now, the majority of them don't go to church. It'd be the sisters walking with the kids going to church. And I tell you, it kind of reminds you of back in the days, not slavery, but back in the 70s and the 60s when all the families come. That's everybody coming out their houses, going to church, walking them down the street, going to church. The streets be full of sisters with the babies and stuff going to church. That's what they do. Hmm. Yeah. But this is going to work. It's going to work because the plan that Brother Galen mapped out, it is absolutely, man. I did be glad when you brothers and sisters hear it. Truthfully, you listen to his plan because truthfully, like what he was saying, we supposed to be self-sufficient. Mm, Sister Pixie Dust? You said what Zoom are you talking about? Oh, are you talking about what Sister Bantu got together? I don't have that information. Because I know she has something for the sisters. Um, that's traveling to Tanzania. Um, it's more so serves as a protection, so that so these sisters don't get hemmed up. Hey, you too, brother Robert. You be safe out there, brother. You be safe out there. And so, brothers and sisters, stay prayed up, stay faithful, stay faithful. We know what time we're living in. We know we're living in the time of the end. This is Satan's system. He's throwing any and everything out there. He's doing that. And so continue to stay on the watch. And excuse me. And and for those and brothers and sisters, what is it? Sister Kathy Jones just stated there are 36 people in the chat. Let's lift. All right, all right. I thought you were talking about the thumbs up. I thought you was talking about the thumbs up. But brothers and sisters, I do appreciate you, brothers, and I thank you for the support you brothers been given in things. Um, I do. Um, but let's just stay faithful towards one another. And you know, my thing is this too. Let's not let this. I mean, um, these trials and tribulations put us down. Mm. We're not even trying to entertain that because brothers and sisters, when we rise, we all rise. We all rise. And I look for the day where this farming, the farming in schools, the vocational training, the what do they call it? The orphanage, and that stuff get up and running. Well, brother Jones and sister Jones can say, you know what, we're on our way, Mike. Well, you have things set off for brothers and sisters where they know, hey, these brothers and sisters got this started, boom, we can go there. Because it's always something that you want to grow into something else. You can start with a farm, then you go into processing. And like I was telling the brother, I said, I'm not trying to waste nothing. If we grow fruits and vegetables, if the the vegetables starting to go, starting to get old, let's get a kitchen. Let's get a kitchen. Start cutting that stuff up. Boom, 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 boom. Put it in. Make a soup out of it. Make a soup out of it. Try to sell the soup, and whatever you don't sell out of the cooked foods, send it over to the orphanage. We're showing the Most High that we're not wasting nothing. Everything is being used. And if it gets to the point where we was running behind and we couldn't put the vegetables in the soup, send it back to the ground. Use it as fertilizer. Hey, sister, I mean that's hey, sister Georgetta. You may think you may be coming with them then, because it's this is what we're talking about. This is where we're going to achieve these things. Now, brothers and sisters, don't let's not misunderstand this. There's a lot of homeless kids out there. A lot. Now, a lot. Those three kids, I did a small post on. It was on the beach, sitting on the beach, and Hidea's mother seen them, and she went over to them, and the little the oldest girl was holding her two siblings, and she was just explaining that how her mother and father died. So she put them up in a small little place, not too far from where she lived. And she checked on them every day, every single day. Make sure they got food to eat. And when I say they food, now let me listen to me when I say they food. I just don't know. Their breakfast, the breakfast be tea and bread, tea and bread. Now you having rice in the morning? Oh, you living half the horse. You living half the horse. Me, I usually don't eat in the morning. Right up, roughly around about this time, I eat maybe a salad or something. That's the furthest I go. Then I get back into my workout. You know, but there's a lot of kids that are homeless. Unfortunately, brothers, it's the little sisters that get hemmed up the worst. These them that get hemmed up the worst. Mm. But brothers, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go back down another road. No, I ain't gonna do that. But Brothers and sisters, like I said, I'd like to thank you all for your support. You've been helping out and things. I know there's a measure of support I need to send over uh, to those three kids. The one I did a post for the on the beach and things. But this stuff it can be overwhelming at times. I'm talking about for the kids. I mean, you're seeing them in this predicament, and these little young sisters are trying their best to be a grown woman in a little bitty body, in a little bitty body, trying to be a grown woman. That's unsettling. Mm. And but this is the outcome for a lot of our brothers and sisters. Period. That's what it is. You brothers and sisters, be safe out there. Keep your head on the swivel. Keep on, praying for these little ones, um, as well as these older brothers and sisters. Keep praying for them. They need it. We all need it. And in the very near future, um, I hope that I'm trying to figure out how to, bring brothers and sisters on. And that seems like I got to go through, what do they call it? StreamYard. Because, yes, I'm really want you brothers to hear Brother Galen Jones, along with Sister Bantu and Brother Rick. And I really want you all to see the maturity of who you are donating to, the maturity that's going to go with this education of what we're trying. Because these brothers, like I said, there's an accountability that we wear. We wear this off the top. It's day and night. We wear this get up, accountability. And that's how we getting down. On that note, you brothers and sisters, be safe out there. Um, and y'all willing, I hope to speak with you brothers tomorrow. Be safe out there. Shalom.